Hello, welcome to the second episode of StarNoob. Today we have Protoss vs Terran, set on Tal'Darim Altar, and this is at the Platinum level. So let's start the game. Thanks once again for tuning in. If you guys have tuned in after you watched the first episode, that means I'm kind of doing something right. So we have Zil, our Protoss player, who says good luck, have fun, and Zerg, who's actually Terran, not Zerg. I guess he just has that name just to confuse his opponents, who think that he's a Zerg. But Zil is not confused. He sets a pylon right beside his nexus, and doesn't bother to block off, because he knows that he's playing against a Terran, and you don't really need to block off against Terran. And everybody's doing the same old, gateway, and barracks. And these two workers meet up with each other, just to stay high. But apparently Necessity is getting annoyed by this probe. Simulator goes down. Everything seems about the same for both players. I mean, the food count's about the same. Worker count's about the same. And if you notice at the top, I found out you could add this new nameplate system with Zil versus Zerg at the top. It looks very, very professional. So this SCV hasn't found the Protoss base yet, but I'm sure it has a good idea that it's right over here. He's already searched two of the other bases. This probe has taken control of the center. Now he has vision, and that's very, very important. These guys know what they're doing because they're Platinum players. And this orbital command just finished. Actually, it didn't just finish. It was finished a long time. I just noticed it was finished, so that's why I informed you guys. A bunker right over here looks like our Zerg Terran player is planning to expand soon, so you need somewhere to protect it. And actually, our Protoss player is getting harassed by a Reaper, who's got one kill so far, but a lot of probes are at very, very low health. So let's keep going. Let's see if this Reaper gets out of it. Come on, come on. Oh, these probes show who's boss. Even though the Reaper was killed with only one kill, he did manage to move a lot of probes off the supply line, so it actually cost more than 50 minerals for the Protoss player. I'd say that wasn't too different of an exchange. I mean, it was pretty even. For some reason, a Marauder is being sent up. And this Marauder is going to get repelled by a sentry, even though he could have easily killed the sentry. I think our Zerg friend was sending the Marauder to harass and kill some probes, because his Reaper didn't scout any units. But now our Protoss players has units, so it is scared. You see a small army moving up, Marines being built, Marauders being built, more Marines being built, one gas, Marauder Marine army. And it looks for some reason like Zerg is pushing, even though they're basically even both players. He has 3 Marauders, 6 Marines, while our Protoss player has about 5 units, but with a sentry included, so he might be able to hold this off. He gets attacked right now. Just warped in a couple more sentries, or a couple more stalkers, so he should be okay if he's attacked right now. This army doesn't have any upgrades, no concussive shells, no stim, so I think the Protoss should be able to hold it off. Okay, this force field didn't really do anything, but it's the thought that counts. And this Marine is just gonna chill here. Okay, let's see. 2 more barracks though. How many barracks in total? 5 barracks. All waypointed to this Zelnaga tower. So it looks like our Terran player is going to do a 1 base all in. And our Protoss player is supply blocked right now, but luckily he just got out of being supply blocked. I guess he just made a couple more pylons. Oh, looks like the big push is going out. with a couple of SCVs included just to distract Zill's army. And let's see what happens. Actually, let's pause for a second. I'm going to turn sound off because I'm a very, very quiet person. You won't be able to hear me over the sound of the battle, the intense battle going on right now. Very, very good force fields control in Zerg's army, and it looks like more reinforcements are coming that could potentially hold this off. This is not very good micro by our Terran player. I mean, SCV shouldn't be attacking, and Zill is target firing down these Marauders before the SCVs, which is very, very good on him. Let's turn back on the sound. And what was this? And Zerg hasn't made an expansion yet, so it looks like a one base all-in still, even though he failed his first attack and he's down by 16 food. I'd probably start expanding right now. Oh, he is starting to expand right now. And I would probably start playing defensively. Oh, what is this? Queuing up 4 Marauders while you're making tech labs on 2 of your barracks. So he's going a lot of Marauders and a couple Marines at one time. But as many, many experts say, I'm not an expert, but I know what the expert opinion is, don't queue up. This is going to waste like at least 400 minerals and 100 gas right there that you can't use for anything else while they're being queued up. So I wouldn't suggest queuing up for any of you players out there who think this cast is supposed to be educational. It's not, by the way. Forge is going up. Observer just popped out. And if you look at army size, so Zerg is pretty desperate right now. Actually, let's rewind by 10 seconds right here. We see that Zerg was building a command center right here, and then for some reason, all of a sudden, he thought, "What the fuck? I'm tired of this game. Let's just end it right now." And then, if you fast forward by a little bit, he decides to send all his SCVs and cancel the command center. So kind of a waste of time. Oh, I guess I know what the trigger is. He was supply blocked, so he's like, who gives a damn? Let's just go all in. I mean, I can't afford to be down by any more supply. But Zill knows what's going on. He warps in a whole bunch of units. He should get some observer or some sentries so he could block the ramps better. And he gets 2 sentries. They should have enough energy between both of them to make 4 force fields to block the ramp. So this huge army is coming, huge annoying army. For some reason, a lot of these days, even among the pros, you see a lot of SCVs mixed with the actual army, so that it takes a lot of the pressure off the actual units, so that you can kill all the dangerous units right here before your SCVs die, or before your units actually die, while your SCVs are tanking the damage. But it's basically an all-in because Zerg only has 1 SCV left. It's pretty cheesy, but it works a significant portion of the time. So let's push play. Battle's about to start. Let's turn off the sound. And boom, he stins, and then he just starts shooting. Good force fields here, block most of our Terran's army. And Protoss is getting pretty desperate, so he sends in his probes to tank. But it looks like Protoss has a lot more units, or a lot better control or something, and Zerg is going to die, and he won't be able to reinforce this army anymore. And that's the end of the game. He just leaves the game, like really, really bad sportsmanship. But what can you expect from a player who cheeses? If you can't tell, I really, really hate people who cheese, or I really hate the cheesing strategy, even though it works a lot. It's kind of dishonorable. So I am pretty anti-cheesing. So that's the end of our first game. Very nice start with a platinum game on Tolerary Melter. So I'm going to load the second game now.